It's the Bullet Boys right here on your Classic Metal Show with Hang on St. Christopher, and I see Judge Akin has entered the courtroom. All rise for the the honorable Judge Akin.
Quiet my courtroom.
All right, it's been a while since we've had any cases on the docket for Judge Akin to rule on.
I gotta admit, this wig is fucking ridiculous.
But it's fun. It's funny as fuck, though.
It's funny as fuck.
It is. It's funny, but people enjoy the authenticity of the Judge Akin segment.
Sure they do.
And as they should. But, handing down the verdicts is no laughing matter.
No, it is not.
Especially when people's lives are in the balance and the honorable Judge Akin needs to make a judgment as to what their fate
That's right.
is. So we don't take this very lightly.
Well, not at all. This is serious business.
It is serious business. So anyway, Judge Akin, the first case on the docket is a groom who allegedly groped an underage waitress at his own wedding.
I love this story already, but go ahead.
You're not supposed to be partial, Judge. I'm sorry to inform you, but you should not be making partial statements like that.
By loving it, what I mean is that I'm glad that I've been chosen for this case.
A groom was handcuffed at his own wedding for allegedly groping a teenager and exposing himself in a bathroom stall. Well, Judge, that's not an impartial. I understand you're laughing over there, but I don't understand the frivolity of this at all.
It was my wig tickling my neck.
Oh, is that what it was?
Yeah, that's what it was.
All right. On Wednesday, Matthew Ronald Amers, Aimers, 31, of Willingboro, New Jersey.
Matthew what? Rogers?
His name is Matthew Ronald.
Ronald.
Aimers is his last name.
Mers. Matthew Ronald Amers. All right, this guy doesn't need to be groping a... This is a decent-looking guy.
And, well, he was getting married that day, so maybe he thought, you know what, I didn't get it all out of my system. Now that I'm going to be tied down to the same woman for God knows how long, I need to get it out of my system.
All right, well, I'm just going to tell you. I'm pulling up pictures of his groom, or of his wife-to-be. The picture's starting to get clear. She's got a big old Howard Stern nose. The picture is clearing up quickly.
Okay.
All right. Go ahead, continue with your evidence.
On Wednesday, Matthew Ronald Amers, 31, of Willingboro, New Jersey, was arraigned on charges dating from his November 24th wedding in Bucks County, Pennsylvania. As originally reported by the Philadelphia Inquirer, he was nabbed for harassment, disorderly conduct. These are charges that you need to start racking up there, Judge.
Okay.
Not that I'm going to tell you how to do your job.
All right. Can you see the picture on the screen?
I can.
So you see her, not me, or the picture of him and her?
Well, let me put it up full screen so I can see.
All right. Or do you see me?
No, I'm looking. I am looking. No, I see his picture. And her. Well, she's got some big jugs.
She does have some nice tits.
Yeah, she's got some big jugs.
Yeah.
But her nose is almost as big as her jugs.
Yeah, her nose looks ski slope-ish.
Yes.
She's got a schnoz.
She does.
We're considering that.
Right.
Okay.
All right, so the charges, again, is he was nabbed for harassment, disorderly conduct, indecent assault and exposure,
Okay.
as well as corruption and imprisonment of a minor.
Wow.
So a lot of charges, Judge.
Paying attention. Got it.
After saying I do, Amers apparently scoped out an underage waitress working at the Northampton Valley Country Club wedding reception. According to a criminal complaint by the Bucks County District Attorney's Office, Amers propositioned her for a hookup, saying...
This damn thing is making my neck ticklish.
saying, we can do whatever you want. When the employee said no, Amers stalked her in the restroom, grabbed her arm, and forced her into a stall, blocking the door with his body.
Okay.
During the alleged sexual assault, Amers pulled down his pants
Right.
and said, "Can you kiss me like you mean it?"
Wow.
And offered
Sweating.
the victim $100 for the sexual favors.
All right. Interesting.
She pushed him off and ran from the bathroom.
Doesn't sound like she was offering very good hospitality, but we'll deal with that in sentencing.
Right. In the complaint, Amers then started pushing and punching people by the venue's front doors. An employee told police he got punched because he stopped Amers from bringing an alcoholic drink outside.
Okay.
Amers jumped on a shuttle bus to avoid the Northampton Township police officers who were called to the venue. However, an officer with a taser gun removed the groom. Amers allegedly called the officer a bitch and a pig and challenged him to a fight.
Wow. It's quite a story.
Newsweek revealed that Amers was freed from jail after paying only 10% of his $350,000 bail.
God, he still had $30,000 available.
Yeah. For his behavior towards employees, Amers was charged with simple assault and harassment. And for the altercation with the police, he faces disorderly conduct and resisting arrest. According to the Philadelphia Inquirer, Amers had a preliminary hearing on January 17th, and his arraignment will be held in front of Judge Akin's court.
Right.
Amers' attorney, Louis Busico, did not return a request for comment.
Okay.
He told the Philadelphia Inquirer that his client absolutely denies all charges. He maintains his innocence, and he looks forward to clearing his name when all this is concluded. So basically, he's just saying, yeah, I didn't do that.
Yeah, he's saying it's all made up.
It's
by this girl, by the staff, by the cops. Everybody made it up.
All right.
Is that what he's saying?
It's time for sentencing from Judge Akin.
Well, bailiff, I have to say, this is a very convoluted case, to say the least.
Well, that's why we have a wise man such as yourself, Judge, on the bench to sort through the convoluted facts of this case.
Yeah.
And rule accordingly.
And we have to get to the nitty-gritty. Wedding sex, like wedding night sex, is usually really fucking good.
Well, you know what the thing is, and this is coming from me as a layman. chances are that this isn't virgin sex.
Oh no, not at all.
It's highly likely that this groom and his bride, they've probably been banging it out for years. It's just that she finally cornered him into marrying her.
Sure.
And that's just my thoughts on it.
Sure, but it's also it's the time that the chick knows that she's really got to put it out well, because it's the last time that she's ever going to try to.
Right.
After that, she becomes a wife, and then it's just fucking right down the old shitter from there.
Of course.
But that wedding night is usually, she's going to go all out. She's going to fucking take all 8 inches down her fucking throat, in her asshole, in her pussy.
Really? In her asshole?
Oh, yeah.
Are you sure about that?
Well, that's what I've heard.
Why? Because she was able to have the wedding of her dreams?
Yes, of course.
Okay, so she was the princess for the day, so she more or less has to give it up because, well, you did this for me, so I'll do this for you. But it'll be much like the Wolf of Wall Street, when she basically decided that she was going to divorce him, and she goes, okay, this is your last time, so go for it. Yeah,
there's that, but let's keep another little piece that might have been missed by our jury, but not by Judge Akin.
Okay.
This guy had $30,000 available to bail himself out of jail.
But he spent $10,000 of it, right?
No, he spent $30,000. His you said 10%.
Yeah, 10% of the $350,000, correct.
So he spent $35,000 to get out of jail.
Right. Which is what bail is. It's 10% of the.
Right. But he had $35,000.
Unless he went to a bail bondsman.
Even then, he still would have had to come up with. I mean, the bail bondsman would have had to come up with $35,000. He would have had to have some property worth $35,000
as collateral.
Correct. So he's not a bum. So this is a dude with a little bit of coin, and this chick would have fucked him really fucking hard that night had he not gotten arrested, because she's got some coin. He's got some haps going on for himself a little bit.
Okay.
So there's that. She does have spectacular tits, which I got to tell him, he's got to do a little time just for not fucking coming on those tits that night. He's got to do time for that. I don't necessarily believe the entire sexual assault story.
Okay.
I don't believe that he kidnapped her. I hate that. There's got to be some.
There was not kidnap. It was that he held her. He held her against her will.
Yeah. Well, come on. He stood in front of a door. I'm gonna let that one slide. Whatever. He was just trying to get his dick sucked.
Well, Judge, I hate to argue with you, but what about we need to believe all women?
Well, that's in other courts, not in Judge Akin's courtroom.
Okay.
Believe me, Judge Akin hates women.
Right.
Let me just put that out there. Judge Akin hates women.
Okay.
So with that said, I don't buy her nonsense here. I think what happened, just from reviewing the facts, I think he got drunk.
Yes.
I think he saw this chick. She looked fucking hot. He was like, I know I got to go fuck this fucking marriage one for the next rest of my life, but maybe I can squeeze one more blowjob out of this. So he followed her into her room, came in there, tried to get her to suck his dick for $100. Again, throwing money around. Got a little bit of money to throw around. Threw the money around. She got fucking pissed. She got insulted that the offer was so low at $100.
So a teenager would know that $100 is a low offer?
Well, if she's hot enough that this guy at his wedding is gonna
pursue her in a drunken stupor.
Yeah, she
realizes her value on the market.
She realizes she's a piece of ass.
Okay.
She just knows that. She probably doesn't look 15 at all. She probably looks 28.
Okay.
She's probably got tits bigger. You got to think she's got titties bigger than the fucking bride, don't you?
You know what? The bride's got some pretty big tits there, Judge. I can't deny that.
But you got to think, if this guy was so hungry to pursue someone else at his wedding, that she had to be hotter than that. That's, like I said, this is a very convoluted case. I always will stand with my police, and he does definitely get a year for fucking making the police tase him. That's uncalled for. Can't be resisting. So in essence, we're looking at, do we believe the rape charge? And was he harassing to the staff and the police? So I'm going to give him 1 year's time for harassing the police and the staff. I'm going to give him he should have just gone on and got himself all horned up and just grudge fucked this big tittied monster that he married. So he should have, for that he has to do time. He's stupid. So I'm going to say 3 years for that. And I'm going to say that you put him in lockup with the biggest gay guy in the fucking joint so that he does hard time. So my sentence will be 4 years of hard time for Mr. Amers.
It's fair and logical, Judge.
It makes sense, right?
Fair and logical.
And if his now wife would like to come into my chambers for a private discussion about future sentencing, she is more than welcome. I would be glad to have a private one-on-one session with her just to discuss this matter.
Right.
So there you have it. 4 years for Matthew Amers.
Right. So once Matthew Amers emerges from the penal system, I said penal. Yeah. You will not be able to tell his yawn from a fart.
Yeah, pretty much.
Okay. All right. Next case on the docket.
Is that gum in your mouth, Donnie?
No.
You have a little crush on me?
No. Yeah. I don't know what I'm supposed to say right now.
I've been watching you all year, Donnie. When you hit that shot to beat Fairfield and you were jumping up and down in your little Larry Bird short shorts and sweating like a jar of pickles in the hot sun. God, that was so hot.
Is this really happening?
This is happening. It's happening right now in my office.
Okay, awesome. So I'm totally in. How do you want to do it? Because I made sex before lots of ways. So you want to go straight to hand jobs or eating me out or taking me from behind?
I'll teach you.
I'm a virgin.
All right. On the next case, Judge Akin, a former Central DeWitt High School teacher who admitted to sending nude photos to a male student in 2016 is up for sentencing.
Okay.
You might want to check this out.
Okay.
Ramsey, Ramsey, Jane, Jayne, Hinkle, Hinkle,
hey.
32, is the offender here.
Ramsey. What? We have anything other than her mugshot? Oh. I don't know that I'd open the doors to my courtroom for her. Okay, there she is. Let me put her on the screen here for a little while you read the charges.
Okay.
Screen. All right.
Hinkle pleaded guilty in January to sexual exploitation by a school employee, an aggravated misdemeanor.
Okay.
In September of 2016, school officials showed a DeWitt police officer school emails between Hinkle and the student.
Okay.
They thought were suspicious.
Well, okay.
This is what I don't understand, Judge. Anyone who is carrying on this way, why would they use the school email system?
Well, I've got that .edu email. I might as well get some use out of it.
Right, of course. The emails were sent in November and December of 2015 when the student was 17.
Okay.
According to the court documents.
Mm-hmm.
The officer interviewed the student, who said he and Hinkle began communicating through Snapchat,
okay,
Twitter, texting, and emails around the beginning of his second semester of his junior year.
Geez, nothing like leaving an ironclad trail behind you. Jesus Christ. Well, is Facebook not available too?
The conversation, he said, were sexual in nature. They also exchanged nude photos, and he sent her a video, according to the court documents.
Video of what?
I don't know. Maybe he was naked and jerking his dick or something.
Oh.
That's,
all right.
It does not describe it at all.
Okay.
The student said they have had several conversations over 18 months about a hookup while he was in high school, but he was always too nervous to follow through.
The kid was?
The kid was.
Okay.
In a written plea filed in Clinton County Court, Hinkle admitted she sent nude photos to the student by way of Snapchat on or around June 1st of 2016.
Okay.
The age of consent in Iowa is 16. However, it is illegal for school employees to engage in sexual activity with a student regardless of their age.
Sorry there, whatever your name is here, but you're not allowed to fuck your students.
Right.
It's in your contract.
She was arrested in February of 2018.
Okay.
So let me play some sentencing.
All right.
It's time for sentencing from Judge Akin.
All right. This is a more cut and dry case than the last one.
Really?
Obviously.
So you've easily come to some kind of a conclusion or a decision?
Yeah. I have some distinct thoughts here. First of all, she's hideous.
Okay. So that goes against her?
Yeah, oh yeah. She gets a decade right there. Just because she's ugh. If you painted her blue, she'd look like that fish on those fucking movies, whatever that movie's called. Can't Find Dory or whatever.
Right. Dora the Explorer?
Yeah, she's an ugly chick.
Okay, so because she's physically unattractive,
yeah,
this plays into this.
Yeah, I mean, she almost looks like a boy. So, in a way, she's promoting homosexuality, which does not fly in Judge Akin's court.
All right.
Now, that said, I'm going to take a little time off because the guy was over the age. You know, I know that there's some law in their court or in their state, but that law is bullshit. The fact that somebody that was a janitor in that school could fuck a 16-year-old, but she's going to jail for fucking a 17-year-old, that's just a bad law. I'm sorry, but my courtroom is going to stand as the place that we try and change that law.
Right, absolutely.
So I'm going to take 2 years off of her decade for that. You know, just 2 years. And I'm going to take another year off because he was a pussy and didn't close the deal. You know, he's still 17, and he's got somebody offered him pussy, and he didn't close the deal. So she saves herself a year for that because he didn't exactly close the deal. So in final ruling, what was her name again? Katie something? Ramsey Jane Hinkle?
Right.
Ramsey Jane Hinkle, 7 years.
Wow.
Next time, look better.
All right. The next case on the docket.
All right.
A student sues her professors for sexually harassing her.
Right.
And when she did not capitulate, they docked her grades.
Okay.
A former psychology student at the College of New Rochelle claims 3 professors there sexually harassed her.
Okay.
Including one who sent her a selfie of his penis.
Oh, boy.
Is that possible, a selfie of your penis?
Oh, yeah, I guess so.
Why isn't it just a penis pic? What makes it a selfie?
A dick pic. I don't know. I don't know. Maybe he was sucking his own dick or something.
I don't know. But the school officials took no action.
Okay.
Instead, she got thrown off a campus, she alleges.
What's her name? Do we have a name for her?
We do have a name. That was up next.
Oh, okay.
She's an older student.
All right.
Her name is Yvonne, Yvonne, Taylor. Just Taylor. 43.
Yvonne Taylor here.
She's a student.
Black woman?
Yes.
All right, let's take a look. Oh, she's got some nice tits. Just evaluating. Just making an evaluation here.
She filed suit in Brooklyn Supreme Court saying the 3 instructors made sexual demands in and outside the classroom, saying her grades suffered when she refused.
Okay.
Taylor, a divorced mother of 3, so she banged out three puppies.
Okay, well, she's 43. It's not like that's shocking.
No, it's not that it's shocking, but I don't know why these professors are after a stretched out vag.
I don't know.
Says the alleged abuse began in the fall of 2016 in Professor Brian Boatswain's digital literacy course. That's a course?
Brian Boatswain's digital course?
Literacy course, a digital literacy course.
Digital literacy. Wow, that sounds important.
I didn't even know that was a class.
Oh, what's that as opposed to digital illiteracy?
I guess.
Okay.
In a text message on April 11th of 2017, Boatswain allegedly told her, "I'm thinking about you naked. Stretch marks and all." I just added that. Sorry, Judge. I didn't mean to get out of order in your court.
That's all right. I'll forgive it.
Okay. Boatswain denied the allegations.
Okay.
Another professor, Hassan Shabazz.
Hassan Shabazz. Okay.
Told Taylor he was attracted to her and that he wanted to take me on vacation.
Yes, I would like to take you to my favorite country of India. It is a great land, the world of India. I will teach you how to dig a hole and take a shit.
Take a shit in the street. Discreetly, of course.
You can take a shit on Cow Boulevard, right next to the Arms of Ganesha Way. It will be wonderful. You will see President Musharraf every day shitting in the street like the commoner. All right. Sorry, I was reading a transcript.
In character, of course.
Well, I was reading it. I was reading in the proper dialect.
She got a B+ in his forensic psychology course, and Shabazz told her later that he had she allowed him to perform oral sex on her, she would have gotten an A.
You were very, very close. If you just would have sucked my darkened penis.
No. He wanted to eat her pussy.
Well, she said. I thought you said that she would
No,
have
no,
gotten
no.
an A if she sucked his dick.
No. Shabazz told her later that had she allowed him to perform oral sex on her, she would have gotten an A.
I see. Oh, that makes a big difference.
So he wanted to eat her vag.
Your pussy would taste much better than the lake where I catch them in India, where sometimes I catch a floating dead man.
In the river Ganges.
And the fish, they live amongst the garbage and the shit, 'cause many people swim and take a dump in our fine community in India.
Right. So who knew the Indians like to eat pussy?
Look, that's not even the worst thing they like to eat. Them fucking sick fucks.
That's true.
Jesus Christ.
Shabazz admitting to flirting with Taylor, but denied the claim that he docked her grade.
I didn't dock your grade, but I would very much like to put my dick between your big melons.
The third professor, Jeffrey Davis, very white Anglo-sounding name,
Yeah.
once said, if there weren't surveillance cameras pointing directly at him, he would bend her over and take her.
Right.
This lady had a red-hot snapper. Every one of these guys wanted to get to it.
And I can't figure out why, because her face looks like a dude.
Well, that's why he wanted to bend her over.
I guess.
He didn't want to look at her. He just wanted to bang her.
Let me see the purple side. Please. I don't want to see this side. Ooh. She does have nice tits, though. That is a given. But okay. So he wants to bang her in the ass.
Yeah, he wants to bend her over and just take her.
The other guy wants to eat her pussy.
Right.
And all she wants to do is get a fucking decent grade in fucking digital literacy.
Correct.
All right. Wow.
Davis could not be reached, but he also texts Taylor photos of his penis, she alleges.
The girl's got an active phone.
I know.
My goodness.
I don't give my phone number to anybody. Nobody sends me texts, except for people I know.
You don't get titty pics?
No.
Now, since you've had a phone that does photos, how many tit pics have you been sent?
Not one.
Really?
Really.
And you're a fucking you've dated none of them girls sent you, especially them young ones?
No.
Did they ever ask you about taking pics or
No.
videos or anything?
No, not at all.
Really? I thought that was part of the younger generation.
Nope, not a one.
My God. Because I'm doing much better than you in that area,
Apparently so.
Because, I mean, I get pictures all the fucking time of people.
Well, again, I don't go, hey, could you send me a picture?
I definitely do that.
See, I don't.
I definitely find every angle there is. It's not real till I see it.
Yeah. Anyway, getting back to this, she said she stopped attending Davis's classes in December and complained to another professor she trusted. By the name of Timothy Rogers. She said Rogers agreed to let Taylor finish her course online, then called the security and had her escorted off the campus.
Well,
not being able to attend classes in person hurt her grade point average, and she barely missed graduation with honors, Taylor said. College spokesperson Lenore Carpinelli denied comment.
All right. So are we sentencing the guys?
Well, this again is one of those convoluted cases. It's just like this woman, all her claims is that she was being abused and taken advantage of from 3 different professors at the college.
Okay.
And it hampered her ability to get the education and graduate with the honors that she believes she deserved.
All right.
So I guess you could go at it from a couple of different angles. You could go at it from the professors were just inappropriate, or she was just she was a vile temptress, making these guys desire her every time she walked into their classroom.
Okay, I think I'm going to rule on. I'm going to lay sentence for her and all three.
Okay, so they're all guilty. They're all guilty of something, right?
Everybody's getting a sentence out of this.
Okay.
Go ahead. Give me my sentencing music.
All right. Here is Judge Akin is about ready to lay down the law, as it were.
Mm-hmm.
It's time for sentencing from Judge Akin.
All right. I'm going to start with the professors.
Okay.
Okay. The two professors that are not from India, they both get 2 years apiece.
Okay. And is there a reason behind the length of the sentencing?
There is, because it's probably the number of inches that they fucking had to take pictures of with their dick pics. These guys are fucking small dick fags that are fucking desperate beyond desperate to get anything if they're going after this broad.
Okay.
You can't tell me that as a professor you can't do better than a 43-year-old black woman that's had 3 kids. That's just poor judgment.
Okay. So nothing accounts for taste, it's just judgment.
It's poor judgment. Poor judgment in who you chose.
Okay.
So those get 2 years. The other guy, because he's from India and I don't like Indians, 10 years. And in those 10 years, he can spend those years in Indian jail swimming in filth for all I care.
So you're gonna sentence him to swimming in the river Ganges with dead people and feces
in a cage, cage that's halfway lowered down.
All right.
So he just sits there waiting in filth.
All right.
And as for her, she's got to do some time as well. Not because she looks like a fucking NBA player with a wig on, but because all she had to do was bang out any one of these guys and she could have got herself an A. She's exhibiting poor judgment. All she had to do was bang one of these fucking professors. One of them. And then she could have used that power over banging the one to influence the other 2 to give her an A.
So she just didn't work her strategy correctly.
She didn't have good thought process in what she was doing. If she'd have fucking Abu, when the other 2 tried to give her a C or whatever, she could have had Abu say, look, no, you're going to give her an A or I'm going to fucking tell the dean about these fucking dick pics you 2 have been sending.
Okay.
She could have worked that any number of ways. She could have probably got herself some A's in some other courses outside of these 3 douchebags because she would have had the power over at least one of these professors. So she's pathetic as far as using what she's got. So she does time for that. But I'm gonna only give her 6 months for that, and I'm going to give her an A+ on her class, give her her degree as well.
Now, is this 6 months actually incarcerated, or is this 6 months suspended?
No, it's incarceration.
Incarcerated, so she actually has to go behind bars.
Oh yeah, she's going to be experiencing some real illiteracy for the next 6 months when she deals with the ladies in the prison. Yeah, she goes for 6 months.
Okay,
so 6 months for her, 2 years for the for 2 of the professors. Then Professor Abu does 10 in a cage, or no, 5 in a cage. I'll be lenient. 5 in a cage.
Okay,
swimming in filth.
Right. Judge Akin has ruled.
That's right.
All right. Another one on the docket.
Okay.
We've got Octomom.
Octomom, okay.
Nadia Suleman.
Okay.
She isn't making porn anymore.
Ugh, thank God for that.
Have you seen any of Octomom's porn?
I can honestly say I have not.
Wow, you have not seen this?
Should I look her up?
No. It's just that you seem to always be on top of.
I usually know my celebrity porn.
That's kind of where I'm at.
I don't know. Let me do a quick Google. What's her real name?
Her name is Nadia. It's Nadya. Suleman. Suleman.
How about if I look up Nadia Suleman sucking cock? Let's see what that brings me. Images. Octomom, suck my cock. 36 pictures. All right, let's see what we got here with Octomom. Oh, I'm not going to pay to see Octomom sucking cock. Please. All right, there she is. Let's see. Wow, she's got some fucking giant implants.
Well, she's banged out 8 kids.
No, these are implants here. These look like basketballs that are fucking stuck behind a nipple key. All right. Yeah, this is porn I wouldn't watch. No. All right, go ahead. You're not winning me here so far.
Okay. Octomom Nadia Suleman has revealed how she is back on track after developing a hellish drug problem and pursuing a career as an adult actress.
Oh, okay.
Now, mind you, this woman had like 2 children prior to banging out 8. She wasn't married. Mm-hmm. She had no means of support, but she took drugs in order to
drugs.
Yeah, she took drugs to get pregnant.
Yeah. Okay.
So she ended up banging out like 8 kids, so she had like 10 kids to take care of and no way of supporting them.
Put her and that John and Kate plus 8 together, and you got fucking, a whole football team.
Pretty much.
Good, gross. Boy. She's not attractive. She looks like the retarded Amy Winehouse.
Yeah, or who was the chick that was married to Brad Pitt?
Angelina Jolie?
Yeah, she's got sort of that. She was attempting to get that Angela Jolie look about her.
Yeah. Maybe in a car accident. She's got a fucked up face. I'm going to put one in the chat room here for you to see. What a face. Holy smokes. Ugh. Look at this shit. And paste. Look at that face.
All right. Speaking 10 years after the famous birth that made her an overnight media sensation, Suleman said she has turned her back on the destructive lifestyle.
Okay.
Exploiting her celebrity status, she became a porn star and then a stripper to make ends meet, ending up numbing the pain with prescription drugs, Xanax.
I got news for you. She's not going to like my sentence. Go ahead.
But Nadia, 43, said she killed off her former Octomom character in a desperate bid to save her life.
Okay.
And she said she is now a devoted mom. What have you been doing for the last decade?
Sucking cock for money.
Who's been raising those kids?
Yeah.
They're 10 years old now.
They had, the fluffer watch the kids while she sucked cock.
I guess. And she is now a devoted mom, albeit one with her hands full.
Of cock?
Yes.
I mean, of kids.
Speaking to ITV, she said, "My biggest challenge is my severely autistic son. He's 13 going on 1. He'll be my baby forever. I have been his sole care provider since he was born. I will die taking care of him. That's just the way I am." She's so virtuous.
Mm-hmm.
Today, her octuplets, Jonah, Nyria, Josiah, Malia, Isaiah, Noah, Jeremiah, Micaiah, all look like a happy bunch. But things hadn't always been so good for Suleman. She also has a BA in child development and works as a counselor. Mm-hmm. When she had her set of octuplets, She was already a mom of 6.
Jesus, 6?
She already had 6. I thought it was only 2, but apparently it was 6.
So she has 14 fucking kids?
She has 14 fucking kids, as Judge Akin says.
Jesus Christ.
But while the media created the character of Octomom, it also led to a barrage of criticism.
Okay.
After giving birth, she was accused of deliberately trying to create a supersized pregnancy to generate cash.
Okay.
After it emerged that a doctor had implanted embryos in her womb.
Mm-hmm.
She began to struggle with the finding work and was criticized for being a bad mom.
Gee, I can't imagine why.
Yeah. Speaking about hitting rock bottom, she told the New York Times, "I would take whatever I could back in those days. I was spiraling down a dark hole. There were no healthy opportunities for Octomom. Struggling with bills, she ended up making a porn movie to try to make ends meet. But she said that the turning point came when she came home from a bikini shoot to find her then 10-year-old daughter, Amara, playing dress up. She had been parading around in a pair of stripper-style spike heels."
Jesus Christ.
like mom.
So translation, the kids are all fucked up too.
Yeah, of course.
All right.
So her daughters will end up on the pole.
All right. Okay. Considering that as evidence.
All right. So let's find out what Judge Akin has to say.
Okay.
It's time for sentencing from Judge Akin.
All right. Would it be cruel and unusual if I sentenced the kids to child care with Andrea Yates? Would that be wrong?
I don't know. Is Andrea Yates available as a pseudo mom?
Well, she's not doing anything, I don't think. I think she's probably available. You know, at least she could be sentenced to give him a bath once a day
Sure.
for at least one day. And I don't know, do we have the gas chamber in my state for Octomom? She's got to go. I want to sentence her to death. She's the worst. She fucked up 14 kids. Now she wants to be fucking good mom after she fucked these kids up? Nah. What's the worst I can give her? Firing squad? Problem is if the bullet hit her womb, it would just rattle around in there. It's so fucking big and cavernous after 14 fucking kids rolled through there. Jesus fucking Christ. This is a simple one. Kids go into the care of Andrea Yates. She goes into the fucking gas chamber.
Okay.
We're done with Octomom.
Right.
Fuck that.
Well, I've got one more case in front of the bench here for Judge Akin.
Okay.
This is kind of a combination of Judge Akin and Indian Tales.
Oh, good.
This takes place out of the country, Judge Akin, in Mumbai, India,
Oh, my favorite.
where shit in the streets abound.
That would be San Francisco there, Wendell.
Right. A 27-year-old man from India who's suing his parents based on the philosophy of anti-natalism.
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 Don't know what that is.
According to the New Yorker, anti-natalism believes that life is so bad or painful that human beings should stop having children for reasons of compassion, claiming it's better to have not been born than experience the harm of coming into existence.
Okay.
So this guy is claiming that his parents damaged him by bringing him into the world.
Okay.
Ralph Samuel of Mumbai, India, is suing his parents under the pretense he reportedly doesn't think they have the right to force him to be born without his consent.
Wouldn't this be easier just to get a gun? Couldn't we solve it? Is it too late for one of those late-term abortions?
Well, this would be a very late-term abortion at 27 years old.
All right, so what? It's 20,000 days. It's an amendment. We could sign a paper, a waiver.
Okay.
Sure, we could sign a waiver for that, couldn't we?
For this guy's case, I would imagine you could.
I think we should.
Okay.
Okay, go ahead.
The BBC notes that Samuel gets the seeming illogic behind the concept. After all, how can you ask someone who hasn't been born yet if they agree to be born? Mm-hmm. But his point is that since it's not our decision to be born, our parents should have to pony up the funds to take care of us for the rest of our life.
Oh, my God. Octomom, clear a seat on the bench in that chamber next to you, please. I hate this guy.
Per the Facebook page he created.
Oh, good. Facebook? Oh, my goodness. Bailiff, bring in the Zyklon B. We're not even going to transfer him. We're going to do it right here.
Zyklon B?
Yeah. Just fucking steam that shit up and put a straw in his mouth. Fuck this guy. Oh, my God.
Per the Facebook page he created, devoted to anti-natalism, Samuel says, people bringing kids into this miserable world is akin to kidnapping and slavery in an act that strains the earth's resources.
Jesus Christ.
This isn't a new thing that's been bugging. This isn't a new thing that's been bugging Samuel either. He says he first felt the anti-natalism pull when he was 5 and he didn't want to go to school one day. He and his parents fought back and forth until finally he blurted out, "Why did you even have me?"
At 5.
At 5.
Bullshit. Okay.
The fact that his father had no answer got him to thinking.
At 5.
At 5.
Okay. Boy, he was smart for 5.
Yeah, well, he's an Indian. They're smarter than everyone.
That is right, Neely. I was thinking to myself, I know I am only 5, but my God, my entire life is going to be nothing but pain and suffering. This is not very humane. My God, my father shits in a corner in the closet.
Well, they're Hindu, so they don't believe in God.
My echinacea.
They're Hindi, so they have like 1,000 different gods.
What do they pray to?
Everything.
My cow tells me that I must ponder this while I shit in the living room.
Exactly. I just took a shit on the couch.
I should not have to deal with my father's poo-poo. It makes me not want to live.
Right.
I am only 5, but I know that it is going to be nothing but pain and suffering.
Right, and shitting in the street.
And shitting in the street until I die.
Right.
Of some sort of disease I get from the shit.
Some typhoid.
I have typhoid of the penis. It is slowly turning my penis a darkened color of black.
The Times of India cites a now viral YouTube video in which he explains on his thoughts and why he's suing his mom and dad. Samuel tells the BBC that his parents, both attorneys, so he's suing 2 attorneys.
Yeah. I've got this fucking guy solved already.
All right. They are pretty good-natured about his whole philosophy, though when he told them about his plan to sue them, the mom replied, "That's fine, but don't expect me to go easy on you. I will destroy you in court, you fucker."
That is right. Your life will feel like it's over when I take your iPhone from you.
Right. He also concedes he's not even unhappy with his life. It's just that he wishes he had a choice whether to have one.
Yeah, fuck you, you fucking idiot. You know what this story is? Let me translate for you, bailiff, because you're giving way too many words here. This is a millennial douchebag that has rich parents that won't fucking give him that won't just let him live off them. So he's going to sue him for money.
Well, wait a minute, Judge Akin.
Okay.
It's time for sentencing from Judge Akin.
Yeah, I hate this guy.
Not because he's an Indian?
Partly because he's an Indian, but mostly because he's an idiot.
Right.
He's an idiot-ian.
Right.
That's what he is. He's a spoiled millennial cocksucker. Fuck this fucking, I'm suing my parents because they're rich and they won't let me sponge off them. Fuck you. That's the first thing. Second thing, don't fucking come off like you're some brilliant philosophical mind from 5 years old. You lying bag of shit. You're not even a brilliant philosophical mind now. You're a fucking idiot. I should have had the right to choose me. Shut up. It's a fucking, that's like saying I should have had the right to choose what planet I was born on. You're a fucking moron. So people like this should not be part of our world. I want him off the world. So I'm going to sentence him to being buried up to his neck in a hole and just having people riding Sons of Anarchy style, riding by next to his head, but hitting him in the face with a golf club as they ride by until he's dead. And I want fire ants on him, too, for in between the rides.
Fire ants, too. Wow.
I want them to be eating into the fucking wounds as well. So he's got wounds on his face from being hit in the face with a fucking golf club, and the fire ants are going to be eating those bloody open wounds in between runs. And he's not allowed to be dead for at least 4 days because I want him to suffer the way we've had to suffer through knowing that he even exists.
Right.
Fucking jizzball. Fuck him. Asshole.
All right. Judge Akin has ruled.
Damn right I have.
I want to thank Dee in the chat room for providing that case on the docket.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I think we should take a break. I'm going to play some Death Dealer.
All right, good.
This is Judge, Jury, and Executioner.
Perfect.
So here it is. It's Death Dealer exclusively here
on your classic metal show.
This is Ross the Boss from Death Dealer, and I say hail and kill for the classic metal show.